This episode is brought to you by Amazon Business. We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Welcome to From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career, and hosted by Work Defined. Join our AI co-hosts as they dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Let's get your career started.
Okay, so you know how job interviews can be like super stressful, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes things happen and you just can't make it.
Yeah, absolutely. Life gets in the way.
Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into an article all about this.
Oh, cool.
It's from College Recruiter, and get this, it's called Top 9 Excuses That People Use to Skip Job Interviews.
Wow, top 9.
Yeah. So we're going to look at these excuses. Some are honestly hilarious, like you can't believe people actually use them, and others are just bad, like really bad advice.
I'm intrigued.
But you know what? They bring up a really good point, though.
Okay.
About how we present ourselves professionally, even when, like, things go wrong.
Yeah, that's so important. First impressions and all that.
Totally. So let's jump right in.
All right, let's hear these excuses.
All right, so one of the excuses is swallowing a marble.
Wait, what? Swallowing a marble?
Like, seriously, who comes up with this stuff?
I mean, it's definitely creative. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Creative, but not in a good way.
No, not really. Imagine you're the interviewer, right? And someone calls and says, sorry, I can't make it. I swallowed a marble.
Oh my gosh, I'd be speechless.
Yeah, it just doesn't show good judgment or problem-solving skills, you know? And those are like the basic things you want in any employee.
For sure. And then there's the runs.
Oh no, the runs.
Like, come on.
That's just too much information.
The article actually calls these dirty illnesses and says it's never a good idea to use them as an excuse.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Like, even if you are genuinely sick, it just creates this, like, negative image.
Right. Who wants to think about that?
Yeah.
Especially in a professional setting.
And that brings us to the big point of the article, honesty.
Right.
There's this quote I love. It says, better to miss an interview and maintain integrity than to move forward under false pretenses.
I mean, that's so true. Starting a professional relationship with a lie is just asking for trouble.
Yeah, because what if your new employer finds out? Like, down the line.
Exactly. It could totally ruin your reputation and any trust you've built.
And don't forget about those employer review websites.
Oh, yeah, those can be brutal.
That kind of negative information can stay online forever.
It's not worth the risk.
So basically, trying to be too clever with your excuses can seriously backfire.
Oh, for sure.
But what happens if something really does come up? Like something you can't control?
That's a good question. Because sometimes life just throws you a curveball.
Exactly. So how do you balance being honest and professional when you have to cancel last minute?
That's where things get interesting.
Okay, so let's dive into that.
Yeah, let's see what the article suggests. So the article actually gives a couple examples that are okay. Like, they're not perfect, but they're at least more honest.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, there's the classic car trouble.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's believable. It happens to everyone, and you don't have to, like, go into a whole story about it. Or there's a friend was in a really bad situation, and I couldn't leave them.
Okay, that's a good one, too. Shows you're responsible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It highlights good qualities, even though you're canceling.
I see your point. Those are definitely better than the marble thing.
Way better.
But even those could be risky, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if the interviewer starts asking a bunch of questions about it?
Yeah, that's true. It can get tricky.
Yeah.
That's why the article ultimately recommends just being straightforward and honest.
Okay, but sometimes the truth is kind of embarrassing. You know, like what if you overslept or forgot about the interview?
Oh, I've been there. It's the worst.
Exactly. So what do you do then?
Honestly, even then, it's probably better to just own up to it.
Really?
Yeah, instead of trying to come up with some crazy lie that you might get caught in.
That makes sense.
Because even if it's embarrassing, admitting you made a mistake shows you're self-aware and that you take responsibility.
And those are good qualities to have.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so let's say you're in that situation. You absolutely can't make the interview. What would you do? Like, what's the most professional way to handle it?
That's the big question, isn't it? And there's no one right answer. But here's what I would suggest. First, contact the interviewer as soon as you realize you can't make it.
Okay, so don't wait until the last minute.
No, definitely not. And don't just skip the interview without saying anything.
Yeah, ghosting is not a good look.
Not at all.
Okay.
So reach out as soon as possible by email or phone and just briefly explain the situation.
Okay.
Keep it simple and professional. Like, instead of saying, I had a family emergency, which is super vague,
Yeah.
you could say, I'm so sorry, but due to an unexpected and urgent situation at home, I'm unable to make the interview today.
Ooh, that's much better.
Yeah, it's honest, but you don't have to overshare.
I like that.
And most importantly, apologize for having to reschedule and ask if you can find another time to meet.
Oh, that's a good point. It shows you're still interested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if they can't reschedule, you've at least been respectful of their time.
So it's all about communication even when it's bad news.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, even if you don't get a second chance, you've maintained your integrity.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's better than lying and getting the job and then having it blow up later.
Exactly. Sometimes we get so focused on getting the job that we forget about the bigger picture.
Yeah, you're right. It's about building a reputation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And honesty and professionalism will take you a lot further in the long run.
So true. Okay, so let's recap what we've learned from these job interview excuses.
Okay.
Honesty is key.
Absolutely.
Don't try to be too clever or disrespectful.
Keep it real.
And if you have to cancel, communicate clearly and honestly as soon as possible.
And don't forget to apologize.
You might be surprised how understanding people can be.
You never know.
And remember, even if it doesn't work out, there are always other opportunities.
That's right. Sometimes a missed interview can lead to something even better.
Okay, so that's some great advice. It's funny when you think about all those crazy excuses.
It really makes you appreciate just being honest.
Exactly. Like, it's not worth risking your reputation over.
Yeah, you want to build that trust from the start.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a big takeaway from all this, right? Even when things go wrong, just be upfront and honest.
Absolutely. Because even if you don't get that specific job, you've still made a good impression.
Yeah, and you never know who they might know or what other opportunities might come up.
Exactly. Networking is everything.
So to wrap up our deep dive into the world of job interview, excuses, what's the one thing you want our listeners to remember?
I think it's that honesty and clear communication are key, even when you have to deliver bad news.
Yeah, that's so important. It shows respect for the interviewer and for yourself.
And remember that question we talked about earlier. What would you do if you couldn't make an interview?
Yeah, it's a good one to think about.
Maybe even talk it over with a friend or mentor.
Yeah, get some different perspectives.
It can really help.
Okay, so for everyone out there navigating the crazy world of job interviews,
Good luck out there.
and remember, honesty is the best policy.
Always.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into job interview excuses, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends.
Yeah, they might need a laugh or some good advice.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.
See you next time.
This has been From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career. Each episode, we dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Subscribe to this podcast for free now, so you don't miss an episode, and visit www.collegerecruiter.com to find your next great job.
Every minute your finance team spends wrestling with data is a minute lost. Insight Software's AI-powered insights instantly move you from complexity to clarity. Automated analysis, real-time reporting, strategic recommendations, all at your fingertips. Transform how your finance team works and watch your business grow. Stop wasting time. Start making smarter decisions. Learn more at insightsoftware.com/AI.